William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour, the perfect gentleman's playground.
This week on the Trilby Tour, it is our honour to welcome President George, stood behind a bush. Trilby Tour takes its first trip in 2017 to God's own county and the picture-perfect surroundings of Kirkbymoorside Golf Club on the skirts of the North York Moors. Torrential rain the day before meant no practice rounds for anyone, but as any Yorkshireman can tell you, you don't need to practice when you're already perfect. Coming up on the show, we have all the best of the play from a wet and blustery day in Yorkshire. We have the traditional four-man three-hole playoff to determine the champion of the county. And right from the first tee to the last green, we'll have the worst shots of the day in Rogue's Gallery. Laura Woods gets cold and wet talking to the players on the first tee, but now it's time to hand over to your safe and dry commentator, Rob Lee.
Thanks, Mac. We're at Kirkbymoorside Golf Club on the edge of the North York Moors. A horrible day the day before, so players came off the golf course, haven't practiced. Now they're doing it for real. Here's Laura on the first tee.
Thank you, Rob. This is Ian Clark. You might recognise him because he's a former champion of Yorkshire 2014, I believe, Ian.
That's right, yeah. Lucky enough to do it that year.
Looking to come back and reclaim your crown?
Hope so.
Yeah.
Got the weather for it, haven't we?
Well, yes, yeah. Talk to us about this course. Have you played it before?
Just the once. I came up for a practice around about 2 weeks ago. Fiddly course, but nice, good condition. So just got to keep the ball in play and see what we can do.
Ian, good luck, and we hope to see another win for you.
OK, thanks very much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
First hole, par 3. It's only 138 years. Look at the wind. Here's Clarkie. Oh, he's a good player. One handicapper. Oh, turn pro, my son. Turn pro. This Trilby Tour is over. Not.
Kevin, if we stand this close together, I will be a little bit warmer. Being from down south, I'm not used to this weather, but you're from Hull, aren't you?
Oh, I am from Hull, yes.
And this isn't your first Trilby, is it?
No, this is my fifth.
Your fifth Trilby. You've got a fantastic story about the Trilby Tour, in a way, haven't you?
In a funny kind of way, yes. Last year we was playing down in Norfolk. We travelled down to Norfolk to play, and on, I think it's the fifth hole, I had a funny feeling in my throat and in my hand. Never thought nothing of it. Carried on playing. And then at the end of it, I thought, well, that wasn't right. That it was something different. It wasn't pain or anything like that. It was just a feeling in my throat. Went to doctors and ended up having a double heart bypass.
Dear me.
If it hadn't been for the Trilby Tour, me playing on the Trilby Tour, something more serious probably could have happened at a later date without me knowing. Yeah.
That is absolutely incredible. And you're back out and you're playing again already?
I am, yes.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
Hopefully. And how is your health at the moment?
Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic.
That is incredible.
I just say to people that you don't have to have pain to have trouble.
Yeah.
So if it's something just out of the ordinary, which it was, just get it checked out.
Kevin, thank you, because there's a lot of people watching that will probably be of a similar age to you, interested in the same kind of things, fancy a bit of golf, that probably wouldn't have noticed anything like that being a problem.
I wouldn't know. I would have just carried on my normal life and until something probably more serious had happened. Yeah.
Well, we're very glad that you got yourself checked out and that you're here again today. And I was going to take the mick of you on the first, but I'm not going to now because I've got a lot more respect than lots of the other guys.
Oh, thank you very much.
Kevin, good luck. Can't wait to see you out there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Trilby Tour saving lives. Kevin Card, this is more serious. Look at the breeze. Nice flick, Kev. Oh, an endorsement from behind the tee, and they were right. Peppering the flag. Good work, Kev.
Dave, you are a seasoned veteran in some sorts, in that you've made the playoffs, so you know what it takes.
Yep.
Do you think you can do it again?
Yeah, definitely. Been in the final twice now. Always enjoy it. Highlight of the year. Sort of booked into the calendar prior to any arrangements with the wife, so it's good. No practice this year, to be honest. Not played the course, so going in a bit blind. But we walked the course yesterday. It looks in amazing condition, so we'll see how we go.
Do you find sometimes not practicing can be good preparation?
Yeah, it's good because you get in blind and you've no fear, so you just go and hit the ball around the course. Hit the ball quite far, probably not needed for this course, but into this one today, I think it'll be a struggle.
You're very calm, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely, but you'll see in a minute, see what happens.
Yeah. All right, quick prediction. How are we feeling? What sort of score are we aiming for?
I reckon I'll get in the top 10 because you only come here to win. I want to win, that's my theory. So if I win, I win. If I get in the top 10, I'll be delighted.
Brilliant, can't wait to see that. Thank you very much, good luck.
Dave, a 10 handicapper at Renfrew Golf Club. Now let's see, the talk is cheap and the golf swing. Oh, it's not bad. Are we just heading a hair left? Just catching the edge of the green and bouncing off, so not too bad. Chipping a putt for a par and he's off and running. Take that trophy back to Renfrew Golf Club.
Thank you, Rob. This is Craig Newton, about to tee off on the first, also known as Predator Beef. Would you like to explain to our viewers why?
Just a few people from your local golf club said I look a bit like Andrew Johnson, so I've got beef every time I'm playing around my home course, and they said it on the commentary last year, so it's just kind of stuck.
It's stuck. Do you like it?
Just deal with it.
Deal with it. Well, that's the kind of attitude they want you to have on the Trilby, isn't it? Reigning champion of Yorkshire, is it?
Yeah.
How's that feel?
Yeah, good.
So your golf's obviously in a pretty good state?
Not at the minute. I've been just hit and miss. So hopefully I can do it again, but I'll be happy with the top 10. I'll take a top 10 right now.
Yeah. What about this course? You've been round?
No, got rained off, same as last year, so no practice round. But it did make a difference last year, so just see what happens.
All right, we'll see how that pans out. Congratulations on coming back again, and good luck.
Thank you.
Predator Beef going for 2 wins out of 2 in regular Trilby Tour events. Again, first, look at the mark on the ball. Very professional. Not bad, Predator. Let's get out of the course. And things have settled down again. 6th hole for Ian Clark. Remember, 1 handicap, only 1 shot. That looks way right. A little bit right. Saw the tee shot of Kevin Card at the first. Birdie putt, should be a little bit right to left. Here it comes. Round you come. Oh, bold putt. Coming towards the end of his round, Dave. From the fringe at the front and the putter being used. Line's not bad and the pace is okay from there. So hopefully knocking that one in. Now look at this. Pruda. Well, he's played one from up there. God knows how he got his tee shot up there, but hell of a second. Yes, we see you. Par putt for Kevin. Come on, start nicely. That's great stuff. 24 points, though. It didn't carry on in that vein for Kevin Card. D and Q. But he's back to full health, which is good news. Now, a little chip shot for young Clark here. Pitching towards the edge of the green and running it out. Stay. Green just tips away from him a little bit there. So work to be done for the man off 1. Dave Blockley for his par at 16. You never know, the scoring isn't that good. Annoyed. 30 points towards the end. At this stage leading in the clubhouse, but he'll need a lot of help from the field to make it through to the final 4. Pruda for a star par at 15. Tee shot deserved worse, to be fair. 28 points for Craig Newton. He will not win his second event on the Trilby Tour. Clark for the par at 6. 8 points so far. That's a good start. Just to make it 10. Oh, and he does just about 35 points. Fair effort off of 1 handicap. New clubhouse leader. That's the target everyone's going to get to. Let's get back to Laura at the first, who's got a familiar face with her.
Ben, thank you for joining us. No pressure, but I've been reliably informed that you are the favourite of both of our producers today and organisers, and also Will himself. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I enjoy the pressure, but I want to pull it down. I'm only here to come to qualify, so hopefully we'll just have a steady sort of 34 points.
You know how to do it because you've had success on this tour in the past, haven't you? Tell us about that.
Yeah, it was a few years ago now, though. I had a few more shots to play with, so... but yeah, we'll see how it goes today.
Let's talk about how in form you were then to how in form you are now. Do you feel like you've matured as a player, got better, or are you declining?
Yeah, no, I've definitely got better, and obviously I've got used to the experience. So hopefully, today will be a good day.
So Rosenbrook with his tee shot at 1. I hope it doesn't rain with the Trilby hat he's chosen. It's full of holes. Unlike his golf game, woof, right into the middle of the green. And we'll see him continue when we come back.
The perfect gentleman's playground.
Welcome back. We're at Kirkbymoorside Golf Club on the edge of the Yorkshire Moors for the Trilby Tour Championship of Yorkshire. Ian Clark's the best man so far, 35 points and sitting proud in the clubhouse. The rest, with the weather clearing slightly, having a go at him. Onto the fairways then with Rosenbrook heading for home at the 10th. Needs a lot of points, the whole lad. And using the contours pretty well there. That's not too bad at all. Maybe he's about to get going. Once a champion, always a champion. Haven't seen much of John Ellis. This is him at the 16th. He plays at Gainsborough Golf Club in Lincolnshire. And that's pretty well done from there. Should be able to just stroke that one home. Nicely matching the colours. Look at that. Kevin Thompson going along okay. 27 points, 4 holes left. Par 3, 15th. Big bank on the left-hand side. We saw Prudder up there. It's okay. Ben Rosenbrook. The approach was excellent. This is the putt up the hill with a bit of left to right at the end. Oh, now a bit of right to left coming back. Quickly back to Kevin Thompson. Chip and putt being nice. He's off 18. He's done that pretty well. Stay. Very good. Maybe another par going down the card. It's all good stuff. Now this is outside the hole for Rosenbrook. Oh, well done. Look at the recovery. 32 points. That's in a playoff position on what's been a difficult day for the man from Hull. John Ellis. 28 points at the minute. This is massive. Oh, dear. 34 points, though, with a sterling finish. Playoff position for John. Playing off of 9. It's a good attempt. Thompson's par putt. And with the stroke, that's 3 very valuable points. Let's get back to Laura on the first tee.
Mr. William Hunt, we are in your favourite county. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's always wet. It's always rainy, windy, and it's full of Yorkshiremen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
What's not to love?
Oh, Yorkshire, as you say. It's always a great day in Yorkshire because the Yorkshiremen are fantastic at being, so I can just rip into them all day long, and they take it really well because they don't understand most of my jokes, which are obviously very funny in Lancashire, but not here. Great course, great people. A lot of past champions here today, so we're expecting big things, and that should be a good day altogether.
So we've seen some fabulous shots off the first. We've had a pretty good view of it all morning. We've also seen some pretty dodgy ones, haven't we?
Joel Greoli, 2 shanks on the trot. I've never seen anything like it in my life. And he took one of the spectators out. He literally hung his head in shame, and he wanted a big hat to swallow him. Followed by his father, Mark Jolie, who just said, "I've never seen my son do anything like before in his life."
Oh.
It was appalling.
I mean, it's the aim of the Trilby Tour, though, isn't it? To put them under this kind of pressure that they might experience if they were, professionals.
I've never seen a golf.
Far away from it.
I've never seen a golf pro do that, though. It is appalling golf, appalling. But, as you all say, if you play well, you'll feature. And if you play really bad, you'll definitely feature.
Yeah, and have you been around the course yourself?
I've been around the course. It's lovely, it's tight, it's pretty intimidating, but it's not long, so it shouldn't hurt too badly.
Brilliant. William, thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing the rest of play.
Thank you.
William Hunt in fine fettle as we get out into the golf course, heading for the close of the front nine. John Tidswell, 7 handicapper, Toft Golf Club in Lincolnshire. One more club would have been nice, but quite breezy, hard to judge. Sack the caddy. Gavin is very close to Hull and he's very close to the front of the green. Trying to read the break in this and get the speed right. Not easy. That's on the right side of the hole. Makes the next putt a little more simple. Last par 5 in the golf course is the 14th. And this is 10 yards short the green with a putter. Maybe should have chipped it. Mind you, we haven't seen his chipping. Maybe he's quite right putting. Keep your chin up. Tidswell's third. This is heavily from the right. Again, not risking a wedge. Very difficult to judge when you've got one speed and then it quickens up when it hits the putting surface. So Lewis for the par. Come on. Oh, just kept that club face open. 34 points, however. Oh, he's going to play snooker, is he? Oh, no, it's one of those sucker things on the end of your grip. That's very poor. Back up the hill for Steve Cooper. Go on. Oh, brilliant putt. And an excellent day. 34 points. Currently in a playoff position. Hanging on stoically, looking back at what might have been. Every putt's from the right, it seems, in this golf course. They're all right to lefters. A lot right to left. 35 points. Joins the scramble in the clubhouse. John Tidswell off of 7. Top day. Okay, let's get back to Laura, who's got the club chairman Kevin Hughes with her to talk through the 3 playoff holes.
Thanks, Rob. Yes, the playoff holes here at Kirkbymoorside are 2, 3 and 18. Pars are 4, 3 and 4. And to walk us through these is the chairman of the club here, Mr. Kevin Hughes, self-confessed world's worst golfer. Self-confessed, I have to stress that. Why don't you just give us an example of why you are the worst before we go through this second?
Well, very truly, whatever I will say, I can't actually do. But I do understand the game of golf, and people will tell me exactly what to do. So, for example, on this hole here, you need to have a good positional shot into this area here, or if you're a really good player, a good hitter, they'll hit it over the tree to that side and just have a short sand wedge into the hole.
Yeah, because Kevin, this is the fairway of the second. The most obvious thing is this dog leg. How would you approach it? Being the world's worst, how would you approach it?
I just hit it into this area here, and it's a long, a rescue club into the green, hoping to miss the bunker on the right. And then actually it's quite a simple green compared to others on Kirkby, because it's not got the subtle breaks that many of the other holes have. So there I would want to run it up and get my little par, which I do about once every year.
So Kevin, here we are on the green of the third, and you can just about see the tee through the gap there. Talk us through this one, because this is the most challenging of the 3 playoff holes, and why is that?
Definitely, because it's intimidating really. We're right back on the white tees. You've got to hit through a gap, as you can see there. Trees normally will take a few balls into the pond, and it's quite easy to thin one or slice a ball and end up in the gorse or in the bushes over here. So it is, as I would say, the most difficult hole on the course.
For those, because there are a few people on the course today that haven't seen this before, have only had a walkthrough, or some of them doing it completely blind, it's quite a challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and especially because yesterday the practice rounds were called off with the wet weather, so they're coming to it cold, and it is very, very difficult, very difficult. And also it's one of these greens that there's subtle breaks on it, and you can quite easily run up a 5.
So this is the 18th, it's the final playoff hole. It is a par 4. You can see a group that's just passed through there. We're standing here where we should be sort of finishing, here or hereabouts. Kevin, talk us through this one.
Yeah, well, again, this is positional play. You make the choice. It's a real risk and reward hole. You either go for green, which is drivable, or even a long iron for the big hitters, or you look for positional play where you're looking to put the ball maybe just beyond the bunker. For most players, the bunker is no problem, they'll knock it over there quite happily. But you want to be getting a full wedge in so you can control it, because the green's real quick and it all runs away.
I have to ask, when you play it, how do you do?
I'm usually in those bushes over there, to be quite honest. But no, sometimes I do get it in the right sort of area, and I will then try and hit a wedge on and hopefully hold a putt. I have birdied this one, by the way.
It's the one?
Twice.
Twice, okay. How many times have you played it though, do you reckon?
Oh, millions.
Bad ratio, really, is it? Thank you for talking us through it, Kevin.
Thank you very much. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thanks.
I think Kevin's a very modest man. I'm sure on a quiet day and a nice evening, 9 holes in the sunshine, he probably takes this place apart. Get back to the first tee. Paul Jenkinson. He's from in the area. Near hole. Cottingham Park Golf Club. This is left. That's okay, it's acceptable. All that green to run a chip across. Shouldn't be too difficult. Coming towards the end of his round is Peter Ferris. Staying in Yorkshire, West Bradford Golf Club. Come on, sit. He played it nicely. Running away, tilts from front to back that green. Halfway round is Mark Marsland. Tales of the North. Rotherham, that's where he's from, Rotherham Golf Club. Of course, has recovered incredibly well after the deluge it suffered the day before, so well played, the greenkeepers. Simon Withell, Gansted Park, not a course I know, but my notes say near Hull. It's like a day out for the entire city, this. Second shot to 16, 29 points, so he's going along very well. A lot of these greens tip away from the front edge. Paul Jenkinson, Cottingham Park Golf Club near Hull. Everywhere's near Hull, apart from the rest of the country. Mark Marsland. Come on then. Come on. Come on. Thankfully the rain's staying away, but the breeze still pretty significant. Back to that first hole, Jenkinson. For his par. Oh, well done. Yes, and it carried on like that for Paul Jenkinson. 35 points, tied leader in the clubhouse. So perhaps the final to look forward to. Cross-handed. Right forefinger down the shaft. And all that is 36 points worth for Peter Ferris. Top man now, 36. Off of 18. Top job. Marsland's approach putt. Come on then. Come on then. Yeah, see, he knew what he was doing. 37 points. Take a bow. That's off of 11 handicap. Very tasty. Whittle from the front of 16. The side, actually. Brilliant read. Outstanding. 37 points. Tied at the top, Simon Whittle. Anytime you see red and a number in it, it's good news on the Trilby Tour. So in the end, it was the players on 35 points that played off for one spot to make it through to the final four. Jenkinson from 100 yards. Clark to get inside him. And Tidswell. And this was the money shot. Oh, get close. So we have our four for the final. Ian Clark just missing out, but he makes it through to the World Championship final because he's a top tenner. So does John Tidswell. We'll look forward to seeing them later in the series. In the end, it was Mark Marsland and Simon Whittle that tied at 37. One man was level par with 36. That was Peter Ferris. And we now know that Paul Jenkinson will make up the four. Let's find out who William Hunt is going to put the bock on this week.
I'm broken. I'm absolutely broken. 4 Yorkshiremen for the first time ever in one playoff for the Championship of Yorkshire. So my prediction that a Lancashire man will win is gone. Well, Mark Marsland, good player, 11 handicap. It's his best day of his life, he said when I spoke to him earlier. He may be overexcited. Simon Withell, quite a calm character, coming quite late. 9 handicap, might be too cool, might be just too cool. Peter Ferris, 18 handicap. I don't think his technique's got it. Now Paul Jenkinson, 14 handicap, got through on the shootout, the one-shot shootout. Adrenaline's flying, adrenaline's up. He's my guy today.
Tune in after the break and see if William's right. 2 from Hull, 1 from Rotherham and 1 for Bradford. What could be better?
The perfect gentleman's playground.
Welcome back to the playoff for the 2017 Trilby Tour Championship of Yorkshire. Just to remind you, 2 from Hull, 1 from Bradford and 1 from Rotherham. First up, Mark Marsland.
My name's Mark Marsland. I'm 52 years old. I come from Rotherham Golf Club and I'm 11 handicap. My day is the best day that I've ever had at golf. I've never played as good golf as what I have today, even though it were blustery conditions, raining this morning. I came through it, flying colours. Hope I can continue doing that. If I won, I'd be speechless, and all my friends would not think that I could have done this today. It would be the highlight of my life if I won today, which I can't see it, but I'm going to get a good go.
Oh, I want him to win so badly. Marsland, hardest hole, which is the second. Everybody getting a shot here, and then no more apart from Peter Ferris, who gets a shot at all 3 holes. Delighted, get in there, my son. Oh, wrong way.
Simon Withell, I'm 49 years of age. I play at Gangshead Park and I'm off at 9. It was great experience. Never played anything like this before. Started off, just everything was smooth. Then got down to the 11th, where I hit the out of bounds fence and it bounced back in and came off with a 5-4 for 2 points. Couldn't believe it. And I think that was it was just poetry. Everything moved from there.
So nice and smooth, driver. Oh, very good indeed. It's impressive.
Next to play, Peter Ferris.
Hi there, my name's Pete Ferris. I'm 42 years old, a member at West Bradford Golf Club and a player of 18. Today has just exceeded all my expectations. Absolutely amazing, and to shoot what I shot today, I just couldn't have dreamed it. Just absolutely fantastic. I've not had a par round this year, and I've just hit the ball so sweetly today. So really surprised at how well I've done. Really, really surprised, but absolutely chuffed.
Well, a shot at all 3 playoff holes.
Last to play, Paul Jenkinson.
Fairway splitter.
Paul Jenkinson, age 49, Club Cottingham Parks. And my handicap is 14. Really enjoyed it. I've finished really well. Back 9 was brilliant. Started a bit shaky. The playoff holes, I'm about my way through holes today, to be honest. So I don't want to hit a tree off 2 like I did earlier. And I hit a bunker on 3 and 18. So if I don't do that, I should be okay.
So just to remind you, everybody's stroking here. Well, they're all the way, aren't they? Some style. Oh, that one just running through the fairway. It's fine though, look, sitting up beautifully. Let's get it on. Having a crack with the wood. Withell. Cool. Strike a pose. It's quite a long par 4, 422 yards. Hasn't found the green, but the wind's just died down a little bit. Big drive for Ferris. Oh, now is that too far left? How far left is this? Just keeping it out of the trees. It's all right. Safe enough. There for 1. Marsland. Using a hybrid, trying to side through the rough, and that one catching one of the advertising signs. That'll dampen his excitement a touch. Jenkinson, who went through the fairway, going for the power fade. Oh, he's played one. For where he was, that was pretty good. That's all right.
Cheers.
Everything out of the way now for Marsland's 3rd.
Go on, shoot. Go on, go on. Go on, be nice. Go on, go on, go on. Gives us a chance, it gives us a putt. Don't worry about that.
It gives us a putt. It's a team game, the caddy thinks. If the player wins, it'll be nothing to do with the caddy. Jenkinson, similar spot. We saw his ball sitting there. Is this an improved model? Pretty much the same. So they both lie 3-net-2. Very open. Ferris, see how close he was to the trees, but he's got a swing. Well, that was culture, wasn't it, off of 18 handicap? Brilliant. Whittle with his third. Go on. Come on, you little beauty. Pretty good. So Marsden, Whittle, Ferris and Jenkinson all putting for 4-net-3s. Oh, Jordan Spieth looks at the hole. Whitey strikes it. Jordan normally does it from 6 feet. That was from 66 feet. It's not how, it's how many. Sometimes it's too many. Marsden, his par attempt. Net birdie. Get in. How was that missed?
How many foot past?
Whittle, much calmer over here with Mr. Whittle. They're all having a go, aren't they? Nobody playing for second. Nobody remembers second. 5-net-4 for Jenkinson. Round you come. Go on. Go on. Oh, what a putt. What a putt. Stays in it at level. Huge. Marsden, 5-net-4. He's got to hold this. Oh, it's a tough job. Even if he won, it wouldn't be a better celebration than that. Now, Ferris was nearly in the trees for 2. A brilliant pitch to here with a shot. It's another 5-net-4, you know. This couldn't be closer. And this to make up the set. And then it's as we were. It is. We move on to the second playoff hole, which is the third. But now it all changes because Peter Ferris, the only man to have a shot, the final 2 holes.
All level. One way or another, all level. Tight. Putting wasn't the best I've seen. A couple lads sunk rescue puts there that I didn't see Mark sticking that one in because his first putt was really poor. Paul Jenkins is the calmest of the lot. Peter Ferris is wobbling a little, but Simon might be a sneaky little bet, but still my boy, Paul Jenkinson. He's got the adrenaline up. He's my boy today.
That means he's got absolutely no chance. Hunt, prowling, par 3. It's a tough hole. It's a wood. Awesome was it? I mean, somebody said awesome. Let's see what awesome looks like. It's in the dell. It's quite awesome. Whittle, long iron. Holds his finish really nicely. A bit like Francesco Molinari, I fancy. Look at this. Well, you pay a lot of money. Well, you pay a little bit of money to see a shot like that. Tremendous. Ferris. This is the man with the shot and a par 3. Quite a tricky chip from there. Last but not least, Hunt's hunch. Very good. Just trickling off the green, but a pretty good shot. You can find trouble on this third hole if you don't get it right. Up towards the green, and Ferris here for nothing because he's got a shot. Now he's got to carry onto the green, which he's just about done. Let it run out. He's played another ripper. Net birdie putt coming up for Ferris. Marsden's got a little upslope. That's a help. It's like around the golf with Phil Mickelson. Tremendous short games with suspect methods. No wedge here, it's a putter all day long for Jenkinson. The weight of Hunt's hunch on his shoulders. It's in the area. So 2 par putts coming up and a net birdie. Withell by far hit the best tee shot. Decent looking putting stroke too. And that will be a par to remain level with 1 hole to play for Simon Withell. Top job. It's all good. Ferris for the net birdie. Kept the glove on. Oh, it's huge. He moves to -1. That was a great up and down. So we have a 1 under. You need to be level going down the last, so this must go in for Paul Jenkinson. Oh, it's unlucky. Very unlucky. William Hunt's chances of getting a hunch right ebbing away. Marsden not finished yet. Now just watch the left wrist, right wrist, see if it all stays nice and firm. Well, a little bit of knee slide helped that one into the middle. In with a chance, Mark Marsland.
All changed. My boy, Paul Jenkinson, he needed that putt. It's made it difficult for him going down the last. Now Peter Ferris gets a shot here and he's 1 under as he lies, and he's using his shots well. Simon Whittle looks strong because he hold that putt. It's a nasty little putt. He got it. But if Mark Marsden wins, I think he'll explode.
Exit stage left, William Hunt. This is the proper stage, the final playoff hole. And it's all about the 18th. Not a long par 4, so position for Ferris. Now, where's this going? Down the tight left side, it's avoided the bunker, that should be fine. Not bad, Marsland. All you can do is give yourself a putt. He is milking this. Straight down the middle. Look at that, what a tee shot. Under the utmost pressure. Withell.
Shot.
Oh, it's brilliant, that shot. Oh, it's all right, it's all right. It's out of bounds. Not quite. Oh, yes. Oh, it's a collective. It's like a scene from the Molten Cattle Market. Yeah. They weren't wrong. Tight left for Withell, but it was all right. Now, what can he do with this? I think he's pushed it. He has. He might need to chip that in. Probably will have to chip that in. Just a wedge for the leader, Ferris, at 1 under with a shot. And that sort of scrambled onto the green. There for net 1. His position is looking very strong indeed. Marsden, come on.
Not like that.
That was well identified. Oh, what a shame after the beautiful tee shot. Now, Jenkinson really has to hold this because Ferris is on the green in 2 with a shot and he's 1 under, 2 ahead. This is not bad at all. It's a great try. Come on. Excellent shot. But the bogey at the last has cost him. It will not be Paul Jenkinson. This really does have to go in. Marsden needs a 3 to finish under par. Because Ferris can 3 putt and still finish under par. No, he had to have a go. Well identified. Good effort. And he will have the consolation prize of making it through to the Trilby Tour World Championship final. As will Withell, unless this goes in. Good speed. No, it's a fine try. Not quite to be for Simon Withell. And this is the man that has it under control. Here for net 1 on the par 4, and he's 1 under par. He can 3-putt, and it'll be good enough. That's just a little bit shy. But 2 more from there will be fine. Marsden to finish in style. Up the hill, right to left. Get there. Nearly. Terrific effort. And another qualifier for the World Championship final. Great attempt. Jenkinson, can he finish with his birdie to post level? Jordan speed style, straight in the back. I bet he didn't do that before he saw Jordan. Brilliant birdie. Level par, not quite good enough. Simon Withell for his part to post level for the 3 holes in the playoff. Well done, good stuff. But nobody is going to be in the red apart from one man, and that's Peter Ferris. 1 under par with a putt to go 2 under par with his shot. Still got to knock this in. Didn't dolly it up to the hole, did he? Yeah, maybe. Could he miss it? I think that's the conversation. I think the answer is no. Please. Oh, no mistake. The champion of Yorkshire, Peter Ferris. All his dreams have come together in one special day. A hug with the caddy. Nothing like being a champion on the Trilby Tour.
5 regional championships down, 4 to go before we have all our champions and qualifiers. Then we take the chance to enjoy the Trilby 2's pairs competition at Magnolia Park before the World Championship final in Hull. We finish the 2017 season on Christmas Day with the traditional Rogues Gallery special. But now let's have a word with the new champion of Yorkshire, Peter Ferris.
Staggered. Absolutely staggered that I've just done that. I can't believe it. It won't sink in till I get home probably, and what a day. I just can't take it in. I cannot take it in, so brilliant, absolutely superb.
Shot of the day goes to Jez Miller, who made up for an otherwise miserable round with this tidy little chip on the 15th. Now we've had the brass, let's sift through the muck in Rogues Gallery. We'd have put Trevor Taylor in Rogues Gallery anyway, just for the weird war dance he does whenever he addresses the ball. But here, on the 10th, he offered up this truly awful jab by way of a free gift. Darren Butt attempts a little chip and run on the 17th, but it ends up being more of a chip and collapse. Undeterred, he makes sure his next shot absolutely, definitely doesn't end up short. To the 8th tee and Darrell Budworth, ensuring that all our lovely viewers understand just what we mean when we talk about uphill and down dale. And that is way on down dale. Yes, we're all staring goggle-eyed at the brain-befuddling footwear on James Clegg, but please try and focus your gaze on this terrible chip on the 6th. No, even cameraman Joe missed it. A quickie from Jamie Cordiner as he sends his tee shot to infinity and quite possibly beyond. Jamie again overcompensating somewhat by keeping this one very much within his sphere of influence. We almost missed this explosion of sand offered by Michael Fedarb on the 6th, but just to make sure we all saw it, he gives us an exact recreation. Thank you very much, Michael. Paul Jenkinson may have made the playoff, but this shot on the 10th shows actually he was lucky to have made it out of those bushes alive. And we can only imagine that Kevin Card saw Paul's effort and assumed that those same bushes provided the best access point to the green. A who'd be a cameraman special on the 6th now as Mike Strong tries to hit Joe's legs with his tee shot. And if only that shot had a little more legs, it might actually have done it. Instead, it changes its mind and casually heads back towards the hole. Far more successful is Gary Marsh, who uses the old disguise it in the clouds technique to send his ball without fear of detection directly at Joe's groin. Joe insists, however, that the ball merely rebounded off his tripod. Still, a fine effort. let's have a word with William.
It's a great day. This is Yorkshire. Despite what I say all day, they're good people here, and they get it, and they get us. And once you get these guys warmed up, they're hard to beat. Really good fun today. This is the Championship of Yorkshire. This has been the Trilby Tour. Another brilliant time had by everyone.
Next week, the Trilby Tour moves on to the Midlands and the Forest Hill Golf Club for the Championship of Leicestershire. In the meantime, if you'd like to get involved in the Trilby Tour, please contact us via the website at www.trilbytour.com. We'll see you next week.
Quiet, please, I'm working. Quiet, please, I'm working, making up stories like I know about golf.
William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour. The perfect gentleman's playground.